Why won't you get a better car? Let's talk about it, bro. Let's get in here, though. All right. How am I a car enthusiast with a base model economy car that looks similar to what the highest trim level of my car is? It's kind of crazy, because when I was first looking into getting cars, I didn't know much about the Evos at all, to be honest. I didn't really know what they were. I did see one in person and I was like, it looks just like a Lancer. Like, what's the whole point? It was a GSR. It was a 2013. Dude, it already had a carbon fiber hood. It had a catback exhaust. I think it was a clean title, but the only thing is that it did not pass smog whatsoever. The dealer was like, oh, I got you for 17K. If you're gonna purchase it, I would get it done smog for you. And I was like, oh no, like, I'm looking for a daily driver. I don't need anything that's gonna guzzle my gas. I don't need anything that's not gonna be practical. And fast forward to almost 2 years later, I'm like, dang, why did you just buy it? Having that as the first car, not having to jump to anything else. But at the same time, payments would have been crazy. So, number one thing, I have not a crazy amount of cash saved up, but, you know, I have something decent. And when I go to Marketplace, for the amount of money I have, all I'm finding is just clapped out builds or stuff that already has high mileage or that's been abused. I don't really feel comfortable with getting somebody else's project or getting somebody else's, you know, mistakes. I kind of just want to get something that has a clean slate. Now, oh, this Camry, of course. Let's cut up real quick. Really gonna go slow? Come on, dude. Why won't you get a better car? Let's talk about it, bro. I'm currently sitting in my 2011 Mitsubishi Lancer ES. Yes, it's a daily. Yes, it's automatic. It has a CVT transmission. Does it look nice? To me, it looks nice. To others, it looks rice. Now, I get this question a lot, and it's, why don't you get a better car? You know, what's going on with that? Why don't you upgrade yet? Like, kind of that basis, right? How are you going to be into cars, but you drive a daily or you drive a base model? We're going to answer those questions right now. Number one, money. In this economy, bro, it's kind of crazy if you're able to pull out a car like that. You have to either be extremely blessed to be working in some type of trade or make some crazy amount of money at a young age, or you just have to get incredibly blessed with financing if that's the route you're going to take. I'm building my money up, but my credit score, it's decent, but it's just not long enough. I've only been building credit for a year and a half, so I can't even get a finance on a car, and I don't have enough cash to buy the car that I want. Money's crucial, especially when you're young, when you're barely starting out, you know, learning bills and stuff. You know, I'm independent. I take care of myself. I pay up for all of my stuff, so it's kind of hard for me to try to gouge out a lot of extra money for either a payment or to buy mods. And I'm saving a lot of money right now, actually, which is really helpful. But I'm just not at that stage yet where I get to just drive the car and slowly build it. Now, number two, the market at the current moment. So the market in the current moment for cars right now, it's bad. Let's be honest. I was looking at dealerships the other day for Evos and STIs, and I found a lot of them. So that's the issue. Is it's not that the supply is not there, but the issue is that the prices that the market is at right now, it just doesn't make sense. Now, I was looking at a few Evos, especially the GSR trim, and they were upwards of 20 to 40K. I know it's a JDM Legend, it's an icon, but why? If some of these were at 100,000 miles, if some of these were pushing towards 100,000, or some of them were already above 150, and that doesn't make sense to me. Paying above 30,000 for a potentially 15-year-old car, depending the year, 10-year-old car, you know what I mean? The newest it gets is 10 years old. Other than that, everything else is older. Now, why would you want to be paying $30,000 for a car that's already been used, that's already been ran through by another tuner? The market's just dumb. It doesn't make sense to pay that high amount for something, you know, just because you want it. I'm willing to be smart with the purchase when I get a STI or an Evo, even though I'm leaning more towards the Evo. But I'm looking for, okay, I'm not really minding if the market has salvage title Evos. It depends why it has to be salvaged. If it's something crazy, then I just won't get it. What is that? A Corolla with the wing? Fool, that's like me putting a Evo wing on a Lancer. What are you doing with your life? That's like putting a STI wing on an Impreza, non-WRX. Non-STI at all. And me and gang in the same group, super slow, with a wing on a car. Oh, that exhaust is rice, bro. All right, I gotta stop dissing on bro, dude, because I'm driving something that's in the same caliber. The third reason, honestly, I just feel like I wasn't able to. I wasn't able to do it yet. This is going more into like personal things. Last year I wasn't doing so good. Let's just say I wasn't blessed as well with jobs and things like that. And it wasn't until towards the end of the year that I ended up picking up something stable, and then that dropped, and then I had to get something else, which turned out to be good because I'm still there. Let's do it forward quick. And I wanted to get financing for an Evo that I found, and I had the money down. I was ready to do it at the time, and I got denied the application because they said that my credit history wasn't long enough. It was too thin of a credit profile, that it was too young of a credit score to even be assessed for a loan. So I was kind of upset because I'm like, wow, so I can't do anything about this. I can only save more money, and I can only just wait. Time is the only thing that's gonna fix that score. So I wasted more time. I should have bought a piece of jewelry when I got denied, you know, maybe the month after, so I could have started building my credit score a little bit better. I currently have 2 cards, and I don't have any installment loans or open, you know, just kind of personal payment loans. So the diversity of my credit isn't good at all either. And this is just talking about for loans. If I was to buy it cash, it would probably take me either a whole career change, or it would take me like a while, bro. Like maybe like 2 years of saving in order to get an Evo cash. And I'm talking about finding one that's 24,000. Maybe finding one that's 20. I'd have to save up for like 2 years at the current job that I'm at. And let's say I get a pay increase and I start making a lot more per month. I would literally have to save probably like at least a year or maybe 6 months. And that all goes back to the money, bro. We're young and we're broke. Only some of us are more blessed because some work harder, some get more opportunities, some make opportunities. I don't know. But all I know is that I have to put myself in the position to get that. And that's kind of the mindset that I'm in right now. Is if I see other youngsters with the car that I want, if I'm able to see other people within my age range from 20 to 25 with cool cars, with fast cars, being able to afford it, I know I can. And I'm not comparing myself to the people that get everything paid for by their parents or get everything, you know, just handed to them. I'm comparing myself to the people that are in the same exact position that I am, where they're taking care of themselves, they're being independent, they're either going to school, they're working full time, they're figuring life out, and they still got that car. You know what I mean? I'm comparing myself to those people. And I know comparison is a thief of joy, but in this thing, I'm not comparing myself in a way to bring myself down. I'm comparing myself in a way that I know that they're doing it, so I know that I can. I'm using it as motivation, not in a way to be depressed. But another thing that I was looking into is having 2 cars. So that means 2 insurances, 2 gas bills, and overall general maintenance for 2 vehicles. 2 separate cars that have 2 separate costs. I might be uncomfortable slightly, but I know that I can get better once I learn more money management and I'm able to learn everything myself. And 2 maintenances on a car can get pretty expensive, especially when things are backing up on each other. There's just so many little nitpicky things that you can look at. But that's the thing, how bad do you want it? I want it pretty bad, so I'm down to work and do whatever I can to get it.